The strength, the strength, the strength. Strength, yeah. The strength I carry ain't from anything I built. Ain't from the grind, ain't from the hustle, ain't from the guilt or trying to be enough for my own, trying to hold everything together when the pressure makes it cold. His strength is what moves through me when my own runs dry. His strength is what keeps me standing when I can't find why. To get back up again when the road is taking everything. His strength is supernatural, it's not a natural thing. I've been in places where my legs gave out completely, but his strength showed up and pulled me from the cover of darkness, from the weight of everything I face. His strength replacing mine at an impossible pace. That's the God I serve, that's the power that he gives. Every day I wake up, that's the strength by which I live. His strength, not mine, that's what carries me through. Strength, not mine. His strength, not mine, that's what pulls me through. That's what pulls me through. Every battle, every pressure, every wall, every test. His strength running through me stronger than the rest of anything this world could throw at who I am. His strength is the foundation, his strength is the plan. Not my power, not my might, but his spirit inside. His strength is the reason I'm still alive. Yeah, his strength shows up in moments when you got nothing left. When you prayed everything you had, when you got no breath left to speak another word, left to take another step. His strength steps in exactly where your own strength is slept, and picks up everything you dropped and keeps it moving forward. His strength ain't loud, it's just consistent, it keeps pouring into every empty place, into every broken space. His strength is the invisible hand holding every grace over your life, over your purpose, over everything you plan. His strength is the reason you're still standing where you stand. Not by power, not by might, but by his spirit alone. Every giant that I'm facing already overthrown by the strength that God deposited before the fight began, before I even saw the mountain, before I had a plan. His strength is preloaded into everything I am, already factored into every diagram of my life, of my purpose, of the road he laid for me. So I move with a confidence that don't come from inside, not from my ability, not from my pride, from the God whose strength has never had a limit or an end. His strength running through me every time I hit a bend in the road. His strength is why I make it every time. His strength in me, that's the only reason I'm still climbing. I'm still climbing. Oh, his strength, not mine, that's what carries me through. That's what carries me through. Oh, his strength, not mine, that's what pulls me through. That's what pulls me through. Every battle, every pressure, every wall, every test. His strength running through me stronger than the rest of anything this world could throw at who I am. His strength is the foundation, his strength is the plan. Not my power, not my might, but his spirit inside. His strength is the reason I'm still alive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When my strength runs out, his begins. When I hit the wall, his power wins. When my hands drop, his hands lift. His strength in me is the greatest gift, not manufactured, not earned, not bought. His strength is everything that God brought into my spirit, into my frame. His strength flows through me all the same. His strength, not yours, not mine. His. Every time you made it through, that was him. Every time you stood back up, that was him. His strength always is. Nobody's yeah. Nobody said the road was gonna be smooth. Nobody promised you never lose your groove. Nobody told you every morning would feel right. Nobody guaranteed the day would follow every night. Without a fight, without a cost, without a price to pay. The walk is hard, that's just the truth, there's no other way. To say it plainly to the ones who thought that fate Man, easy, man, comfortable, man, nothing in your face coming at you but the road refines what God placed inside. The walk is difficult, but something in me won't subside. Won't quit, won't fall, won't lay down in the dust. The victory at the end is certain, and in God I trust. Every step I take, regardless of what it costs me. Every mile I cover, no matter what it's lost me. I keep moving cause I know what's waiting at the end. The victory is certain and my God will not rescind. The walk is hard but the victory is certain. Every painful mile just pulls back the curtain on the glory that is waiting on the other side. Keep moving, keep believing, keep your stride. The road is rough but the finish line is real. Every scar you carry is a victory you'll feel when you cross that line. When you make it to the end, the victory is certain. Walk it out again. I talk to people who've been walking for so long, who've been faithful every morning but the road still feels wrong. Who've been doing everything right and still can't see the end. Who've been standing on the promise but the promise seems to bend under pressure, under weight, under everything they face. Who've been running this race and can't find a resting place. Hear me, the walk is hard for the ones who carry something real. The greater the assignment, the more difficult the feel of every mile, of every test, of every season. But the difficulty of the road is never without reason. God is building in the journey what cannot be built in comfort. The victory at the end is worth every moment of the hurt. So keep your feet moving, keep your eyes fixed ahead. Every hard step is a chapter, not the end of what God said. Over your life, over your story, over everything He planned. The victory is certain. Keep walking, keep your on. I don't stop in the middle of the mission, I don't run from the difficulty, from the weight, from the grind. The victory at the end is already signed by the God who wrote my story before I lived the page. The outcome of this walk was settled before my age. Couldn't even count the years before I knew the cost. Nothing in this walk with God is ever truly lost. Every hard season, building every trial, shaping every moment of the journey. God was carefully making something in me stronger than what the road could break. The victory is certain, that's the only thing at stake. So I walk through the difficult, I walk through the test. I walk through every moment, giving God my best, until the finish line appears, until the victory's clear. The walk is hard, but the victory is always here. The walk is hard, but the victory is certain. Every painful mile just pulls back the curtain on the glory that is waiting on the other side. Keep moving, keep believing, keep your stride. The road is rough, but the finish line is real. Every scar you carry is a victory you'll feel when you cross that line. When you make it to the end, the victory is certain. Walk it out again. Hard road, certain victory. Every step costs something, but the end is free. Of everything that pressed you down along the way, victory is waiting at the end of every day. You chose to keep walking, chose to not give in. The victory was always there underneath your skin. Built by every hard mile, built by every test. Hard road, certain victory. God handles the rest. The walk is hard, everyone knows it, but the victory is certain. Keep walking, don't stop now. The finish line is real. Victory is waiting, it always was. Fear try to show up at the door of my worship. Try to tell me that the praise I carry isn't worth it. Try to make me second guess the God I'm standing for. But a worshiper don't stop, cause the pressure getting loud. A worshiper lives higher when he's drowning in a crowd. A voice is saying, quit, a voice is saying, fall. A worshiper responds to God and God alone. Through it all, I've been in the fire with my hands still raised up high. I've been in the valley with my praise still touching the sky. Fear don't get a vote in what my worship chooses to do. The worshiper inside of me was built for this exact moment, when everything is shaking and the fear thinks that it owns it. But worship is the weapon that dismantles every chain. Fear cannot survive in a room filled with His name. Fear cannot stop the worshiper in me. Every chain it tries to put on me, worship sets it free. I will lift my hands, I will open up my mouth. Fear don't get to shut me down, fear don't have that clout. Fearless worshiper, that's what God made me to be. Fear knocks at the door, but worship holds the key. I will praise through the pressure, I will praise through the fight. Fearless worshiper, standing in the dark,
darkest night. David danced before the Lord with everything he had. Didn't care who was watching, didn't matter if it looked bad. He was a worshiper on fire and he never would forget it. That worship wasn't performance, it was war being declared. Every time he lifted praise, the enemy was scared, because a worshiper connected to the source of all things carries an authority that makes the darkness bring. His blessings still come up short, still come up empty. Worship is a thing the enemy can't counter, can't prevent me. Fear had its chance and worship showed it what God can do. Fear thought it had me when the walls were closing in, but something rose up from a place inside my chest that wouldn't let me quit, that put fear to the test. It was worship, raw and unpolished, unrefined, rising from a spirit that had fully made its mind. Of that no amount of pressure, no amount of fear, was silence what God placed inside of me right here. So I opened up my mouth and let the praise come out. Cracked the atmosphere with worship and removed all doubt. Figuring I survive in worship, sacred sound. Fearless worshiper, not because I have no fear, but because worship always wins when God is near. Figuring I stop the worshiper in me. Every chain they try to put on me, worship sets it free. I will lift my hands, I will open up my mouth. Fear don't get to shut me down, fear don't have that clout. Fearless worshiper, that's what God made me to be. Fear knocks at the door, but worship holds a key. I will praise through the pressure, I will praise through the fight. Fearless worshiper, standing in the darkest night. Figuring I stop where worship start. Figuring I reach where praise protect. Every time I lift his name up high, fear has to bow and so does every lie. Worship is a weapon and I'm starting to ride in the spirit realm every time I praise. Fear don't stand a chance against a worshiper who stay. Fear not, worship answer. Fear lost, every single time. Lift your hand, open your mouth. Fear cannot stop the worship, not ever.
I want a faith that don't flinch when the storm rolls in, that don't negotiate with doubt, that don't let fear begin to set a residence inside the house I built on God, that looks at every mountain and just laughs at the odds. The kind of faith that moved the hand of God in ancient days, that parted seas and shut the mouths of lions in their place, that called down fire from heaven, that walked through walls of flame, that believed the promise long before the promise came. I want that faith, not the surface level Sunday kind, the kind that lives in Monday when everything's on the line, when the evidence is silent, when the feelings aren't there, when you holding on to nothing but a God who said he's there. Give me faith like Abraham, who packed up everything with nowhere yet to go but move because the king said moving, that was enough, that was all he needed. Faith that acts before the proof, faith that isn't defeated. Faith like that is what I'm after. Faith that don't fold under pressure or disaster. Faith that moves before it sees the evidence arrive. Faith that keeps a man standing, keeps a man alive through everything that tried to take him out the game. Faith locked on God who always stays the same. Give me faith like that, I don't want nothing less. Faith that walks through fire and comes out past the test. Hey, I studied the ones who carry faith, that moved the impossible, who spoke to situations that looked completely unstoppable, and watched them shift because the word was backed by belief. Not a wish, not a hope, but a settled deep relief that God was gonna do exactly what he said he would, that the promise wasn't maybe, it was understood. It's done before they saw it, done before they felt it, done before the evidence showed up and dealt it into the natural realm where everybody else could see. That's the kind of faith I'm building, that's the kind for me. Not faith that waits for proof before it takes a step. Not faith that needs the feeling, faith that runs on what was kept in the word that God spoke over every situation. Faith that stands on promise, not on current observation. Give me faith like David running at a giant's chest.
Give me faith that don't stop moving, give me faith that don't rest. Try faith like that is what I'm after. Faith that don't fold under pressure or disaster. Faith that moves before it sees the evidence arrive. Faith that keeps a man standing, keeps a man alive. Do everything that tried to take him out the game. Faith locked on God who always stays the same. Give me faith like that, I don't want nothing less. Faith that walks through fire and comes out past the test. Hey, faith ain't passive, faith is the most aggressive thing you own. It's the force that moves the hand of God. It's the seed that's sown into impossible ground and still produces harvest. Faith activated is the thing the enemy fears hardest. Cause faith connects you to a power outside yourself. Take the situation off your hands, puts it on the shelf of heaven where God handles what you couldn't touch and brings it back resolved. Cause he loved you that much. So I'm activating faith on every front line I face. Running at the giant with nothing but grace. It's the word that God spoke over everything I am. Faith like that is my weapon. Faith like that is my plan. Every mountain gonna move, every wall gonna fall. Faith like that is the answer to the impossible call. East Coast energy, underground grit, God on my side. Faith like that is the only thing keeping me alive. Faith like that is what I'm after. Faith that don't fold under pressure or disaster. Faith that moves before it sees the evidence arrive. Faith that keeps a man standing, keeps a man alive. Know everything they try to take him out the game. Faith locked on God who always stays the same. Give me faith like that, I don't want nothing less. Faith that walks through fire and comes out past the test. Faith like Gabriel. Faith like Gabriel. Faith like Gabriel.
God is my protection. God is my protection. God is my protection. God is my protection, that means nothing gets through. Every force that's coming at me, gotta go through him too. You think you reaching me, you think you got a shot. Let me remind you of the God I got. Hey, he's a wall around me like a fortress made of fire. Every plan they built against me just expired. I don't walk in fear, I walk in coverage. Every step I take is under God's government. Covered from the top, covered from beneath. Protected by a God and nothing gets beneath. God is my protection, ain't nothing getting through. Every weapon, every strategy already got reviewed and canceled by the hand that holds the universe in place. Protected by his power, covered by his grace. They come at me from one direction, scattered 7 ways. That's not my strength, that's God and his unending way of covering his people, of keeping what is his. God is my protection and the evidence is this: I'm still here. God don't sleep, he don't take a break. He don't clock out, he don't miss, he don't make mistakes. He's the shield that never lowers, he's the guard that never leaves. He's the covering you're standing in even when you can't believe. No assignment sent against you gets to land without a say. No arrow gets to touch you that he hasn't cleared away. Protected by the God who never left and never lied. They assigned demons to my destiny, God reassigned them. They set traps along my path, God redesigned them. They sent wolves into my circle, God declined them. Every strategy against me, God refined them into stepping stones, into lessons, into fuel. Every enemy became a tool. The thing they tried to kill became my victory. Protected by the Almighty, I was born for this fight. God is my protection, ain't nothing getting through. Every weapon, every strategy already got reviewed and canceled by the hand that holds the universe in place. Protected by his power, covered by his grace. They come at me from one direction, scattered 7 ways. That's not my strength, that's God in his unending ways of covering his people, of keeping what is his. God is my protection and the evidence is this: I'm still here. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises, I'm
but it just wasn't enough.
God is my protection, ain't nothing getting through. Every weapon, every strategy already got reviewed and canceled by the hand that holds the universe in place. Protected by his power, covered by his grace. They come at me from one direction, scatter 7 ways. That's not my strength, that's God in his unending ways of covering his people, of keeping what is his. God is my protection and the evidence is this: I'm still here, protected, not by my strength, by his. Everything they sent, block. Everything they plan, cancel. God is my protection, always will be. It's a promise he will keep. Yeah. Where does my help come from? Let me tell you right now. Not from the left, not from the right, not from the crowd, not from a system, not from a person, not from a plan. My help comes from God, the only one who can move the immovable, shake the unshakable, break through every wall they said was unbreakable. I've been in situations where the exit was invisible, but God showed up and made the impossible permissible. Every time I hit the ceiling, he became the floor beneath me. Every time the pressure came, he was already there to free me. My help ain't on the way, it's already here. The God of every battle already made it clear. God is my help, my refuge, my strength. He shows up right on time, every single length of the road, no matter how dark, no matter how long. The God who is my helper makes the weak one strong. My help comes from the Lord, that's where it starts and ends. Every time I needed rescue, that's exactly where he bends. Down to lift me up, to pull me from the deep. God is my help and that's a promise he will keep. I need everybody who been looking for a way out, who been searching every corner, trapped inside the doubt, who been fighting every battle with nothing left to give, who been asking God how long, like this is all I live. Hear me, your help is not a concept, it's a person. His name is God and every situation worsens. Only when we try to handle what was never ours to hold, only when we trust our own hands over what we've been told by the God who said I help. You ever present help in the time of trouble, not just when you feel it felt, but when the evidence is nowhere and the feeling isn't there. That's exactly when his help shows up beyond compare. Present help in trouble, that's the word. Every time I called on God, my prayer was always heard.
He conquered the world and he's walking with me. That means every force against me already lost the key to anything that tries to hold me back or shut me down. The one who overcame it all, put victory in my crown. Don't listen to the problems, let them talk all they want. The one who beat the world is standing right in front of everything that's coming, everything that's trying to win. He conquered it already and he lives within. I need you to understand the weight of what I'm saying right now. The God who spoke creation into existence took a vow to never leave your side, to never let you face it alone. The same power that defeated darkness is the power you've been shown. So why you giving audience to everything that's coming at you? Why you letting every problem sit and whisper and attack you like it has some kind of authority over where you go? Like it has some kind of power over what you're gonna know? See, the enemy is loud, but loud don't mean he's got the win. Loud just means he's desperate, cause he knows what lives within. You got a conqueror residing on the inside of your chest, the one who went through hell and came back standing. That's who's blessed your situation with his presence. You already have the upper hand. Every giant in your path already knows where you stand. With the God who faced the worst and rose up on the third day. Don't give your problems your attention, give it to the one who made a way. Let me break it down so simple that it settles in your spirit. The problems in your life been talking, are you really gonna hear it? Over the voice of the God who already overcame every force of opposition, every strategy and claim that the enemy put forward from the very start of time. God defeated every single one and said that you are mine. So when the pressure comes and the noise gets overwhelming loud, and you can't seem to find a silver lining in the cloud, remind yourself of what the resurrection actually means. It means death itself got conquered. It means nothing's what it seems. When you're looking at it naturally, when you're looking through the flesh, look through the lens of what he did and let your spirit get refreshed. He didn't just survive the worst, he dominated it completely. He didn't just get through the storm, he silenced it discreetly. And then he turned around and said, now I live inside of you. That same conquering authority is everything you walk into. I stopped entertaining every problem like it deserved my time. Stop letting every obstacle consume my peace of mind. Not because the problems aren't real, not because they don't exist, but because the one who's greater than them all can't be dismissed. And I'd rather spend my energy declaring what he said than rehearsing every problem and living in the dread of what might happen next, to what tomorrow's gonna bring, when the God of every tomorrow already rules everything. So I open up my mouth and I start speaking to the mountain. I'm reminded of the God I serve, whose power ain't diminishing or counting down. This infinite, it's endless, it's beyond what I can measure. And every problem that I'm facing is already underneath this pressure. So I walk into the room like I already got the memo, that the battle has been handled and the enemy is zero against the God inside of me, the conqueror, the king. Don't give your problems your attention, give them everything. He conquered the world and he's walking with me. That means every force against me already lost the key to anything that tries to hold me back or shut me down. The one who overcame it all, put victory in my crown. Don't listen to the problems, let them talk all they want. The one who beat the world is standing right in front of everything that's coming, everything that's trying to win. He conquered it already and he lives within. Don't give your ear to what is trying to steal your peace. The one who conquered everything is your release. Every problem, every pressure, every voice that says you're done, just remember who is standing with you. He already won. He already won. He already won. Stop listening to the problem, start listening to the conqueror. He's not somewhere far off, he's right here inside of you. The one who beat the world is walking with you right now. Don't give the problems your ear, give it to him. He already won.
heard every cry. Pulled me from the pit where I was left to die. From the mud, from the mire, from the place of no return. Set my feet on solid ground, it's something you can't earn. You put a new song in my mouth, a sound they hadn't heard. A song of praise to God, every note and every word. And the ones who hear it gonna turn and put their trust in the God who pulls his people up out of the dust. My hope is in God, yeah, that's where I stand. Waited on him, and he reached down his hand, pulled me out of the deep, put my feet on the rock. My hope is in God, and their hope will not stop. Every plan they made against me already fell apart. The God I'm waiting on never misses the mark. My hope is in God. From the beginning to the end, I went down in the pit, and he brought me back again. Blessed is the man who makes the Lord his trust, who don't run to the proud, who don't chase after lust. I've been that man before, and I remember the decay of a life built on nothing that could actually hold. But I cried out from the bottom, and he leaned down there here, pulled me close enough to feel him, pull me out of fear. His thoughts tore me out, number every grain of sand. He's been thinking about my future since before I had a name. My hope is in God, yeah, that's where I stand. Waited on him, and he reached down his hand, pulled me out of the deep, put my feet on the rock. My hope is in God, and that hope will not stop. Every plan they made against me already fell apart. The God I'm waiting on never misses the mark. My hope is in God. From the beginning to the end, I went down in the pit, and he brought me back again. I ain't ashamed to say I needed God to come through, ain't ashamed to say the waiting almost broke me in two. But I held on to the promise that he planted in my chest. The ones who wait upon the Lord come out above the rest. Every voice that tried to rush me, tried to make me take a vow to give up on the waiting, give up on what he said. But the hope I have in God don't die, it can't be dead. My hope is in the God who pulled me out the pit again. My hope is in God, yeah, that's where I stand. Waited on him, and he reached down his hand, pulled me out of the deep, put my feet on the rock. My hope is in God, and that hope will not stop. Every plan he made against me already fell apart. The God I'm waiting on never misses the mark. My hope is in God. From the beginning to the end, I went down in the pit, and he brought me back again.
He heard my cry, he lifted me from everything that tried to hold me down. He set my feet upon the rock and put a brand new song inside my mouth. My hope is only in him. My hope will never run out again.
Make haste, oh God, to help me now. Every side is coming at me somehow, but you are my help, you are my deliverer. You are the one who makes the enemy reconsider. So I will not be moved, I will not be shaken. My hope is in the Lord, and that hope can't be taken. My hope is in God,
Yeah, that's where I stand. Waited on him, and he reached down his hand, pulled me out of the deep, put my feet on the rock. My hope is in God, and that hope will not stop.
every plan they made against me already fell apart. The God I'm waiting on never misses the mark.
My hope is in God.
From the beginning to the end, I went down in the pit, and he brought me back again.
I waited, and he came. He always comes.
My hope was never lost,
It was always in him. Psalm 40.
my hope is in God.